Okay, I'm filming this on December 3rd. If you are anything like me, you are already feeling the intense pool of the amazing holiday offerings that happen only at this time of year. But that also brings with it a truckload of stress about getting the things done that you know need to be done, staying on track, and making sure that, well, your homeschool doesn't suffer. So I'm here. I'm going to share with you 5 practical tips to keep your homeschool on track during the holidays. And stick around for number 4 because, well, it's one of those little things that genuinely tends to save us time and time again. So let's go. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna, and if you are new here, we are homeschooling. If you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of 4 in our 9th year of homeschooling. Today, I want to share with you 5 practical tips to keep your homeschool on track during the holidays. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. I don't know if you can see it, but I have my little clip on because usually I don't like to clip it on because my hair gets like, and I don't care for that. But I have yet to feel, I don't know, great about using the little microphone. Like it should be good. But as you can see, I am filming in our main space, which is quite echoey. So I'm hoping that this improves versus just my directional microphone because it's pretty and I want to share it with you. And it's a holiday themed video. So I might as well film it in front of a really cute Christmas tree that we went and cut down ourselves because it makes me happy. Okay, so yes, subscribe, all those things. That is wonderful. Now, it is the holiday season. Okay, there's a lot of seasons in homeschool that are real hard, and it is all of them. But some of them are harder, and the holidays is harder. Why? Because there are a lot of extra offerings of things because it's the holidays and it's awesome and amazing and fun and great to get out. And if you're anything like me, you will sacrifice something you have to do for something you want to do every time. So I'm going to give you some tips to stay on track because it is very easy to lose sight of the end game and really kind of at the end of the calendar year, change, a big point of change, and also at the break for the year, the end of, or the midpoint of the homeschool year. It's kind of hard to keep motivated and to keep going. So these are going to be tips that I share with you for keeping going and doing, as best you can with the situation. So, all right, you're going to hear me say this a lot in this video, but what is the first part of homeschool? It's home. So do not sacrifice the wonderful home aspects of the holidays in service to the school part of homeschool. So these are ways that you can maintain that kind of family focus, that home focus, while you are still checking the boxes for schoolwork, okay? Number 1 is simplify your schedule. So if you have a lot of stuff that you want to do, a lot of parties, which we do, a lot of theater performances, which we do, a lot of the things that you are attending, a lot of extra special events, a lot of late nights out looking at lights. If all of that is true, the first thing that you can do, just like with budgeting money, if you're focusing on budgeting your money and making your dollar go further, the first thing that you're going to do is stop spending as much. The same is true with your time budget, because that's really what this is. So the first thing that you want to do is simplify your schedule. So if you do have something going on that you don't necessarily need to have going on, something that you don't enjoy, something that doesn't need to happen right now, maybe it is art projects, maybe it is science experiments, maybe it is something that you can just shove off till January and pick back up when necessary. Maybe that's what you do in service to more of that fun stuff that you do want to do. So first thing is simplify your schedule. Number 2, protect your core subjects. Why do I say that? Because if you get to May and you haven't done something like a geography workbook or critical thinking workbook, that's okay. But if you get to May and you find out that you haven't done half of geometry, what's the problem? What's the big red flag? Okay, that's ruining summer. Okay, so what I want you to do is protect your core subjects. This is the bare minimum. This is all we have to get done, but it has to get done. So we've prioritized and we have decided core subjects stay. Lots of other things can go away. Okay, now number 3, and this one is huge for me. You guys know that I intentionally plan our entire homeschool year around built-in flexibility. Now I do that so that I can fudge off a lot of responsibilities in December. We take extra time off in December. Sometimes we just want to take a day. We only even school 4 days a week, and that is because there's always something else. There's always something fun. There's always something we want to get out and do. There's always a needed rest day, okay? So for me, really important, number 3 is built-in flexibility. So let's recap really fast. Number 1, simplify your schedule. Number 2, protect your core subjects at all costs. Number 3, build in flexible days to allow you to go cut down a Christmas tree, for example. Number 4, and this one's really big. This is your make or break point. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Maintain your sleep and meal routines. Why? Because if you don't, people get cranky. Things get really out of whack. One way that I do this personally is life is hard, right? And you guys know I talk a lot about routines because it's really important to me. It really feels like it is something that makes or breaks our home. My feeling, my well-being is really tied into if I'm doing the things that I know I want to do, if I've got the time for the things that I want to do. For me, success is defined by my routines. Okay, so getting up and getting started every day, things like that bring me great joy. One of the ways that I have done that as far as meal planning, and I can talk more about this if anybody's interested, is I kind of set up a full month of meals. I did 4 weeks. So I have 4 weeks. I went into Microsoft To-Do list and I built out a grocery shopping list for each week. So we just repeat. Yeah. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then repeat back to week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. There's some flexibility in there. There's enough space that I can get fancy and make something out of the norm, but there is the bare minimum low bar where we know what to get at the store. We have a shared list, so my husband can go do it if I'm unavailable, or if he's unavailable, I can go do it on my own. We just reconcile it against what we have, and we rinse and repeat. And it is glorious. It is glorious. I have yet to have a week go exactly to plan. And guess what? We've still maintained on track because I gave us a track to get on. Okay, so that has been huge and wildly successful for us. Also, maintaining sleep. Now, we tend to get in bed, I think, really early. So we like to have everybody clean, settled, and in bed whenever possible if we don't have something out like 9:30. Okay, I want to be asleep by like 10. Why? You guys know I am up in the 5-something-ish hour and we are blowing and going. We're usually done with schoolwork by 12:30. This serves us very well. It works really well for my family. So please do what works for you. I've got whole videos on that. But maintaining our meals and our sleep, our normal times really helps keep us grounded in a wild and crazy season of life, which is the holiday season because there's amazing stuff. Everything else is out of whack, right? Our school schedule isn't normal. We aren't doing the same amount of things. We've got a lot of extra things. We've got fun things and all of that. But by keeping our food and sleep on track, gold, absolute gold. Now, number 5 is to plan holiday learning activities. So if you can make it a learning activity, let's make it a learning activity. For us, I love movies. We love movies. We watch a lot of stuff in our house. So we have our whole list of movies. And for us, what we do, even for, we have like Halloween movies, Thanksgiving movies, which somehow Sound of Music has become a Thanksgiving movie because it's not really a Christmas movie, but it's not a Christmas movie. Anyways, Thanksgiving movie. And then Christmas movies. And so for Thanksgiving, we of course watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And we of course watch, was it the Mayflower, whatever the other Charlie Brown is. But we then talk about those things. We then make sure that we get an authentic Wampanoag view of those events. We make sure that we are discussing national narratives and their importance and their role in our lives, but we are making it into a learning experience. So we are making fresh cinnamon rolls from scratch because we can learn about fractions. We are making sure that we are measuring our wrapping paper because, well, that is what my youngest is studying in Math UC this year. We make sure that we are expanding on those things that are easy to expand on, things that are easy to make into learning. Maybe we're mixing the food coloring for our cinnamon roll icing and we need to know how to get, orange, red, blues, yellows out of the basic colors that we have. Maybe, just maybe, we are home schooling for the holidays. And that serves us very well in my home, in my homeschool. And really, it brings me a great sense of joy. So I just want to recap for you the 5 ways that you can stay the course, stay on track this holiday season, and don't let the holidays derail your progress. We are halfway through the year. If you are unfamiliar with the way that a homeschool year usually works, at least in my experience and most people that I have talked to, you start, you're going strong, you're feeling awesome, and you make it through about October, but then it gets kind of fall and festive, and it's kind of fun, and you get some extra stuff added in, and it's really great, and then you head into the holidays, and the holidays really throw you off track. Then we come back from the holidays in January. It is a slow start. It is hard to get started. You've maybe recognized some pain points that you need to change mid-year, which is okay. It's great. It's a wonderful time to pivot. There are a lot of solutions out there if you want to pivot. So then we get going and we're blowing and we're going and we're doing so great and we are struggling to make it to spring break and we make it to spring break and the seasons are turning and then, comes the dark times. It is hard. It is so hard to finish the schoolwork from spring break to summer break. That window, oh man, it's just like the holiday season. There's so much other fun stuff to do. It is hard to stay on track. So that is my experience. It is coming for us all. I will walk you through it. I will hold your hand. I will be your friend. Let's recap what we're talking about here to stay on track for the holiday season. Number 1, simplify your schedule. Number 2, protect your core subjects. Only, really. Everything else is fine. Number 3, build in flexible days. Number 4, maintain your sleep and meal routines. And number 5, plan holiday learning activities. Take advantage of making this wonderful and special dot art of the Grinch, clay art project, whatever. It just brings you absolute joy. Put that into your holiday season because, guys, this is what we do. We homeschool. We school in our home. We are home educators, and it is, well, glorious. It really is. Now, I'll give you a little bonus tip here at the end. One of the things that you can do to make your holidays so much easier is get yourself ready for coming back. What does that look like? Where are you starting? Do you know where you need to pick back up? Do you know how much you can reasonably sacrifice right now? Give it just a little bit of thought and let yourself know. For example, here's what I have done. I checked my daughter's geometry progress, and I know that she needs to get through the Chapter 8 test to be on track to finish in May. So that's all she has to do before holiday break. That's all I asked her to do before holiday break. Get through Chapter 8 test, then you're done for the year. However long that takes you, should be go through next week. So she should have about 3 weeks off for the holidays, but go through next week, and then we are ready to come back. So we are pre-planning what a return to work looks like. For me, again, you guys know I like routines and I like plans. This gives me such a great sense of lack of stress. I don't know how to say that. It makes me feel very prepared. Okay, so let me just encourage you. Take 5 minutes and decide what January looks like for you when you come back. Guys, I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit that big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Don't forget these points that I have given to you, and I really want to know, what is one way that you keep the holiday magic alive, but also keep your homeschool going and blowing and going? How do you do it? What do you do? All right, guys, look at this. I'm so proud of it. I love it so much. Bye.